Oh, well, happy
What?
Thanksgiving. Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving you too.
What are you up to on this Thanksgiving?
Well, this morning I went and looked at a couple jobs. I got my own construction and concrete business.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Okay.
I went and looked at a couple jobs this morning real quick and early. Wife and kids usually sleep, and I'm an early bird, so what
Yeah.
buzzed up did that. Weather's coming tomorrow, so had to get some farm stuff
Yeah.
winterized, get some cattle moved around, water's ready, all that good jazz. They'll get equipment put away. So, how
Jeez.
about you?
So hold on. Well, I got up at um about 10, well, 10:30, I guess. Watched a little bit of the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day parade, and then now I got the Packers Lions on and turkey in the roaster and all that stuff. So
Good.
yeah. Um, but I was gonna say you have your own construction business.
Yep.
You're working on a farm, it sounds like, and you're a coach,
Yep.
and you're a husband and a father,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
oh my God.
this is about a lot of things. Everyone's like, "How the heck?" I'm like, "Just stay busy, just
Yeah.
keep going." So I mean, I don't know. I kind of got the attitude where body in motion stays in motion, and I'm just gonna try to keep moving until she can't move no more. So,
Have you started to feel like you're slowing down a little bit or
oh
yeah.
yeah, probably. I think about a couple years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely started hitting me, but I'm trying to deny that fact and just put my head down, and just keep going. So I don't want age to catch me. I'm gonna try to outrun it. We'll see how it works.
Well, yeah, especially being an athlete in college and all that, like I'm impressed. I'll just say that I'm impressed that you're still plucking as good as you are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, body emotion stay more. I mean, I got buddies and friends who did the whole college athlete stuff, and heck, they all got desk jobs, and frick, I hear them complain about as much as me, or if not more, about back surgeries and this hurts,
Mhm.
that hurts. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got aches and pains here and there, but give them 3, 4 months and they go away. So,
Yeah. Do you have any like lingering injuries or issues from wrestling
oh
or
yeah.
athletics in general?
My biggest one would be my spine. I mean, I got occasionally some back issues, but my biggest one is probably in my neck.
Oh,
So
really?
I mean, in college I had 5 shots in my spine throughout my.
Jeez, really?
It was just my last 2 years as well. So I
Oof.
think three in my neck and then two in my back, and just bulge disc, that kind of stuff.
Really?
But the back one ain't so bad. That one's manageable. My neck one, when that kind of comes, it's not really manageable. It just kind of. Good thing you don't really need your neck a whole lot for working like, but the back. I'm just glad the back one's manageable. We'll say that. So,
Yeah. What about like while you were wrestling? Like, did it flare up and it just like how did you manage it then?
you just got tough. It
Yeah.
was horrible. Shots. The shot we got shot. So I mean, we tried taking medications, ibuprofen, all that good jazz, but that stuff felt like it did nothing for me back in college. I mean, you're under so much stress. Your body was under so much stress where it felt like it did absolutely zero good. So,
Yeah. And especially at your weight. I mean, you're moving 197-pound dudes around.
oh yeah, and you get some blockheads out there where they freaking start swinging pretty hard.
Yeah.
So, but
Dang.
yeah, it was a lot of work. So, like
Did
I
you have
said,
do you have to
thank
manage
God.
that at all?
What's that?
Do you have to manage that at all, like throughout the season, like almost kind of like you're on a pitch count? Was that a thing?
No, it wasn't. Oh, not for me. I mean, I probably had one of the most matches through Upper Iowa. I had a boatload of matches. I mean, I do hold the record up there in Fayette for most career wins.
Yeah.
And it was just, I mean, it's kind of unheard of for a lot of guys to wrestle. I mean, I think I only missed 6, 7 matches I missed out on in my
Wow.
career. I wrestled every match I possibly could. So
Shit.
I mean, every open we went to, every open that they allowed us, or I should say allowed us, every open that they brought the tean to, I wrestled
Yeah.
in. There's a couple of duels they held me out of because of my injuries. Um, I mean, that was probably about it. So there wasn't really a whole lot where I actually missed. So
Wow. Good on and that's impressive.
yeah, so it took a toll. I just say my body, like right out of college, my body hurt more then than it does now.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 5 years out of college, there was a lot of I got a lot less problems pain wise and body wise now than I did the first 5 years out of college. So
Yeah.
I think I finally let my body soften up and tenderize a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, plus that room that you were in was also tough. There were like there were just no breaks.
no, it was a stud. We had a stout team. I mean,
Yeah.
what year were you up there again?
It was about 2011, I think 2012. So like,
So
Philly was in there.
Russell,
Russell,
Mitchell Schultz,
Schultz,
Blake
Wayne
Tobin.
Gobin.
I mean, Quentin Merrick was in there. Luke Stitch. I
Yeah.
mean, there was all a lot of meat in there. A lot of
Yeah.
boys. So
Yeah. And even I bet I don't know if Lumsey ever bumped up that heavy to wrestle you, but I mean he
no,
was
but he was a goer. I mean,
right.
out of season, he was my weight.
Yeah.
He was a big boy out of season, but
Did you cut a lot of weight then?
no, I was kind of different. I did construction all summer long. I came in pretty close to weight, but
Wow.
then I got to lifting really hard. You had preseason, and then
Yeah.
I'd probably get 15 pounds
Really?
overweight, and then usually Christmas was pretty hard for me to get down there again. So I mean, I stayed pretty lean all summer long though, just doing construction. But then I get back, lifted hard, start taking a little bit more protein, getting the muscle mass back again, and I mean, it wasn't easy. Like, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say that. I mean, I do remember my senior year breaking down. Oh, the day before we left the Midwest, I'm just like,
Really?
I can't handle this weight cut anymore. I was so exhausted. I mean, and you need calories to heal. I mean, I was in pain too, so it wasn't easy. We'll just say that.
I know you say like you just get tough, and that's easier said than done. Like, how did you, quote unquote, get tough? Like, you're breaking down. It's your senior year. You're hurting. You need calories, like you're saying. You're cutting weight. I mean, everything just seems like it's just awful.
Oh yeah.
What? How did you just like get through that and keep pushing? Like, it seems like right there was a fork in the road. You
Oh
know?
yeah, it's a mental reset. Trying to find the right people to talk to. I mean, I know. Um, Actually, right before this conference call, I was kind of thinking, like, I know this conversation is going to come up. I mean, have you ever broke? I mean, I remember breaking 3 times throughout my college career,
Yeah.
twice in the room. I mean, just kind of breaking out in tears, just exhausted, drained, emotionally, mentally, physically, just drained. Everything's
Yeah.
gone, and I'm just broke. I'm done. And I think the 2 times in the room, I mean, Coach Philly, you know him, and he brought me off to the side, have a conversation, kind of get your little mental reset.
Hmm.
I mean, that one time I was cutting weight, I mean, I really didn't have no one to talk to. I ended up calling my old man and just kind of talk through it, got your mind off it, and then kind of get yourself a little mental reset. Kind of like you're in the middle of a match, get up, bounce bounce a few times, slap yourself in the face. All right, put foot back on the line and go. But
Hmm.
I don't. It was tough. It was definitely tough. It was just the biggest thing was, I mean, I just always felt like I was going to let somebody down. I mean, that was the biggest thing. If I just didn't do this or didn't do that, I wasn't going to achieve my goals, and I was going to let somebody down. And that's a big drive in my world. So just for me personally, and
Yeah.
how my mind was wired. So
Yeah. Was there anyone in particular that you were gonna let down? I mean, that's pretty like let somebody down. Was there was there a specific somebody?
not really. No, it
Yeah.
was you had your coaches. Didn't want to
Yeah.
let the coaches down. Always want me. Always want to impress people. I mean, as a wrestler, I mean, it's there's no excuse really on the mat for to not to get job done unless it's you. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the duel is a team aspect, but the match itself, it's all on you. And I mean, you got parents driving, you know, 14 hours one way.
Yeah.
There's stuff like that. You want to make sure I mean, you got friends, family, you got people are like going on their phones or going on the internet and checking in on you, see how you're doing. I mean, it was just another big drive for me was, the fan base. I mean, we had fans that really cared about you. They went out of your way to come up, slap you in the back, shake your hand, say hi, and I mean, I mean, the maybe let down weight quite the biggest thing, but like I hated losing, and then that
Mhm.
feeling of losing, and then I mean, once again, I'm gonna go back to that. You feel like you let them down if you lost, and you don't want that pity party on you. But I mean,
Yeah.
there really was no one in particular. It was just kind of a, you know, I mean, I did like to win too, so
Yeah, of course.
which everyone
Yeah.
does. But
Yeah. Excuse me. Like you said, you did a lot of that. All-time wins leader. Um, is that something that like when it happened were you like, oh, sh really? Like, oh, like it did it just kind of happen and you just I mean, Upper Iowa is a damn good program, and has some really tough kids come through there, and lo and behold, old Carl Broghammer is the all-time wins leader.
yeah, it's not. I want to say it really just happened. My junior year, I think we got done, or we're heading back from nationals, and our coach Nate Score, he made the comment, and he did the math or something like that. I think maybe it was after season two. He kind of added it all up. It's like, hey, if you have the same record this year as you do next year, you'll have the most wins. Yada yada yada. I was like, oh, that's the first time it was on my radar ever after
Mhm.
my junior year. I was like, huh. Well, anyways, kind of that pops in your head throughout the summer. Next year, you're getting back to school. You're like, yeah, I'm making that happen. I mean,
Mhm.
all I got to do is do what I did last year. So like, yep, I'm making it happen. And the funny thing is, I mean, I actually put so much stress on myself right before regionals. I actually had a good conversation with Grim where it's like, hey, how many more tournaments or competitions can I go in? Because I want to go to this Open, get this monkey off my back. Like I
Mhm.
want to break it before I go to regionals, so I'm not thinking about this. And I think I could have done it, but he wouldn't have let me. I think I had to back out of a duel, which we'd probably been fine putting another guy in. I think we hit back out of that duel. Then I could have done that Open, but I don't think he was going to let me do that. So I kind of dropped it, and I mean, we got it done. I mean, had to do it. Actually, I had to break it to punch my ticket. Actually,
Yeah.
my senior year. So yeah,
Yeah. What a run. What a run throughout like just your whole career. Do you like sit back at times and just kind of look at your career as a whole? Like from when you started in West Delaware, like are you originally, let me ask you this, are you originally from West Delaware or
yeah,
Manchester?
yeah. West Delaware.
Okay.
So
So you grew up in Manchester?
yeah, just actually, I live now probably just a quarter miles of crow flies from where I grew up.
Really?
Um, yeah, I grew up northwest of Manchester, about 3-4 miles. So
Yeah.
kind of right between Manchester and Dundee.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Grew up there on a farm, and you know, I mean, old man used to make us ride our bikes in the town for weightlifting in the summertime. So uh, it's not that far out of town, anyways. So,
Yeah.
but
And when did you start wrestling?
I think I wrestled like second and third grade, and I hated it. No,
Really?
I hated it. I might have done it fourth grade. Yeah, no, I did it fourth grade as well because I remember I got talked into because fourth and third graders wrestle each other. So I
Yeah.
got talked into doing one more year because you'll be the older guy, so you'll win more. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. I didn't win more. I still wasn't very good. So I did not wrestle. I know my fifth and sixth grade years, I did not wrestle at all then. Seventh grade, I wrestled. Well, I wasn't very good. I maybe was above. I'm sure I was above 500. I don't remember my record. Then eighth grade year, I went out for wrestling, but I broke my hand. I think like the second week of practice, and then I was out the
Mhm.
rest of the year. So, and after that,
Wow.
I was like, I'm done. And then of course, Coach Voss at West Delaware cornered me, and he's like, you got to do it at least once. And I kind of got done with that conversation. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. And
Mhm.
I forget. I forget what else. Oh, my friends. That's what happened. I had a good group of friends that were going out for wrestling there in high school, and I was like, well, shoot, I want to hang out with my friends. So,
Yeah.
okay, boss wanted me to do it. My friends are doing. Like, all right, I'll go out for wrestling, and
Hmm.
it kind of just kept on snowballing from there. So, I mean, junior year, I mean, freshman year, I mean, I went in that room. I just got my ass kicked left and right by got a lighter weight too. I can't remember. It was 52 back then, 152. The high school
Yeah.
with Dustin Yeager. He just kicked my ass left and right as a freshman.
Oh.
Lighter than me, 2 classes lighter than me, and it was like this is
Yep.
not fun. But
Yep.
it got me tough, and then I started. I was a
Wow.
JV. Then I started as a junior, or not junior, sophomore, and then junior and senior as well. So
Mhm. Yeah, and you had some tough teams, man. Wrestling Jaeger as a freshman probably,
Yeah,
probably was not fun.
no, yeah. There's a lot of days he just enjoyed going to practice, I think, to kick my ass. So
You had a good group of kids around you, like you said. I mean, there was what, like Vasky and the Ketchums and Zach McCool and Jaeger and obviously some others I'm missing, but like you had some good teams.
oh yeah, West Delaware always put out some good wrestlers. I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely stronger now than they were back then. I mean, heck, I think
Yeah.
every year they're in the state duels or close to the final. They're getting up there. So to be close to being contending for it every year now. So
Yeah. I always thought your white singlets were really slick.
they were they were.
I
I
thought,
wish that for some reason I thought I still had mine from my senior year, but I can't seem to find it anymore. Boss must have cornered me and got it back.
yeah. Yeah, he must be good at that. Jeez. Did you like ever do like basketball then? Any
um,
other sports? Or also were you like just heavy on the farm too? Was it hard to get away from the farm?
yeah, I mean, growing up, Dad kind of had the two sport rule.
Okay.
I think once we got to eighth grade or high school, kind of just two sports only. I
Mhm.
mean, um, but I think that was just initially. We ended up doing a few more. I mean, I did football and wrestling, and then I think my sophomore year I did track. They had me running
Okay.
400. I think I pretty much only ran like 400 meters. So, which I was actually pretty good at just because of wrestling. We did this run in the hallways. We called it the horseshoe because it was the hallways were shaped of a horseshoe.
Hmm.
I think some reason, I'm guessing those horseshoes were only 300 meters because some reason on the 400 meters, I always gassed out at 300 meters, no matter what. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those hallways are about 300 meters long. So
Was your football team pretty good, or because I know at times West Delaware's had a pretty solid football team.
we were all right. Junior year, I think we were. I think that was the first year in a long time we actually had like a 500 or losing record. But
Really?
then senior year, Um, God, I like to say we lost to the team that in the playoffs that got second by a touchdown.
Hmm.
So I think that was Decorah. We were pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a lot of big kids. We had a lot of big. I mean, I was offensive lineman, and I think I was the smallest one by like 30 pounds.
Really? You were an
Yeah,
offensive lineman?
and I think I weighed just about 200, 202, somewhere around there. So,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
and I'm pretty sure everyone else in the line weighed 220, somewhere around 225 or more. So,
Yeah. They put you on the line? Oof.
yeah, I wanted to be a fullback, but they said I didn't have the footwork or something. So
Whatever.
I like hitting people. I really wanted to be on kickoff and the linebackers. I just like to hit people. That was fun.
Yeah. So while you were growing up, did you like sports in general, or were you mostly just focused on the farm and like wrestling a little bit? Like,
Oh, back then, I mean, every kid hates working. I mean,
okay.
I hate it. I hated working. I did not want to work on the farm. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to do sports. It was fun. You get to go
Yeah.
hang out with your friends. You get to go talk. I mean, when you live out in the country, you get isolated a little bit. So
Yeah.
when you get to go to, camps and stuff, that's fun. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love sports. It was definitely, I mean, especially when I was a kid, it was definitely more of a social thing. I just
Yeah.
wanted to go see friends, meet people, and get away from the farm. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, as I grew older, I guess the farm, I guess I didn't really appreciate it until I had to move away. I think it only took me probably 6 months in college to be like, I really did like being on that farm, and
Mhm.
and mindset about farming kind of changed right then and there. So
What kind of farm did you grow up on?
we had just a few head of cattle,
Okay.
probably 20 some head or so, and then about I think Dad had about 400 or 500 acres of crop ground.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
it was mainly he had pigs back in the day, but I was always too little. I
Yeah.
mean, I did a little bit of work with them, but not enough to remember it a whole lot.
Mhm.
So
Any particular crop that you
uh,
farmed?
just just corn and soybeans, a little bit of
Okay.
hay.
Yeah.
I do quite a bit of hay now. Now we have we do the same corn and soybeans, and I got about, oh God, 30 acres of hay ground I do for my 30. I don't know. I probably average about 30 head on hand between the stock cows, the fat cattle, and the calves on the side.
Jeez,
So
okay. Okay. And are you doing that on like your family farm? Like your,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I got like I said, I live from a crow flies. I live
Yeah.
a quarter mile away, so I
Yeah.
mean, I kind of got a little stuff here, some stuff there. Like I help my old man put his crops in and out. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to stay diverse.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me being smart or just that I have really bad ADHD and I want to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But
And then you do construction too. What kind of construction?
about anything residential.
Okay.
This last summer I built a house for a guy. I did not do the walls, but I did some of the flat work. Then I framed it up. Soffit siding, windows, doors, trimmed out the inside. I do kitchen remodels, additions.
Jeez.
I got forms. I do some foundations, nothing huge, but
Yeah.
um, I'm hoping this coming year to have a nice house, maybe a pole barn and a shop. I think I might have lined up. Um, Winter times, I try to hide from the conditions. I try to pick up some bathroom remodels, kitchen
Yeah.
remodels, occasionally a bedroom remodel here and there, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
about anything residential. So
Yeah. How many employees you got?
I just got another subcontractor that works with me right now.
Okay.
And then I got a handful of other subs that help. They all kind of have like full-time jobs, but it's kind of those jobs where like they work 3 days and then they're off four. Or this guy here, he might run hog buildings, and he kind of calls me, "Hey, I got X, Y, and Z days open." Like, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, sit there, constantly. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on over. We can go do this.
Yeah.
So,
And
uh,
what area do you cover?
mainly Manchester area. I mean, I've gone as far as Janesville, Waterloo, Cedar
Wow.
Rapids,
Okay. Yep.
Monticello. Um, I mean, I usually stay busy enough where I don't need to travel more than 20 minutes, but
Nice.
I'm not afraid of traveling, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's nice to stay local. I mean, that's kind of you know who you're working with, what you're
For
dealing
sure.
with, and then there's a little gratification, going around town and you see somebody you did a job for, and you give that little wave.
For
So
sure. For sure. Did you go to school for that? Or like,
no, well, I end up I kind of went to school at Russell a little bit. I didn't really know
yeah.
what I want to do. I went up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on scholarship, and um, first year and a half year, I didn't know for sure. I was just taking the freshman thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know what I wanted to do when I grow up.
Right.
I end up getting a business management degree, marketing degree, and then I got a minor in HR management while I was up there. So, I mean, I about year number two of wrestling, I committed myself. I'm going to finish my eligibility no matter what.
Right.
So I just made use of my time, got 2 degrees and a minor while I was up there. So,
Nice.
like I said, I end up wrestling. I mean, wrestling can kind of be addicting. I mean, it's kind of like you want to call bad or good drug. It's
Right.
hard on you, but you know what? It sucks kind of doing it right away, but you kind of get the itch to go back and do it again. And it's like, I just couldn't get away. And like I said, I wanted to burn up my eligibility and try to achieve my goals, which I just shy of. I mean, everyone wants to be a national champ. I wasn't quite that,
Right.
but um,
Yeah. Was school difficult then if you went there for, to wrestle, which I mean you're not the only one who's done
yeah,
that, but like was school difficult? Did you find it hard to study and get decent grades? I mean, the unique thing about Upper Iowa is they do what, like are they called trimesters or something where like they're like 12-week courses,
yeah.
something
So
like
they basically do like quarters. So there's like
that?
you got 2 quarters in this fall and 2 quarters in the spring.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that actually made it really nice for like wrestling. So obviously, your fall quarter two, spring quarter one, or
Mhm.
half, fall half two, and then spring half one. You would probably lighten up a little bit because it's wrestling season, cutting weight,
Sure.
and then you can go a little heavy, spring two or fall one.
Hmm.
No, schooling was actually quite enjoyable.
Wow.
I mean, I took interest in what I was doing. I mean, I kind of thought when I got out of school, I was going to go try to get office job, and I
Really? You
oh
thought you were gonna get
I
one?
that's what I thought. I mean, I thought I was gonna plop down in a seat and run some business, and I thought that's how it was gonna work. Maybe not my business, but then I got to realizing that's not the case, and I kind of got to thinking like, can you really sit down, Carl? No, I'm a goer. I can't sit, so I end up getting doing the construction right away, and end up kind of developing a love for that, I guess. So
Yeah.
and then it allows you, it allows me to coach. It allowed me to coach in the wintertime. I mean, it's obviously construction in the wintertime is a little slower, but
Yeah.
I mean then and it's nice to get away from the elements. That's kind of what the coaching gig does for me now. So get away from the elements. You enjoy developing the kids, seeing them grow, um, especially the relationships you build throughout the years. I mean, that's the one thing with college I'll never turn down. People ask me, I get poked fun of it all the time. Like, you went to college and you're doing this stuff. It's like, yeah, but I mean, I created a lot of contacts. I've learned a lot of stuff, and I'm definitely a better human being and a smarter human being for going there. So
Mhm.
whether you quote unquote use your degree, I
Yeah.
mean, I think that's a horrible saying. Horrible saying. I think you go to college and you're learning something.
Right.
It's your own fault if you don't use what you learn. Um, whether you learn the actual um, class. I mean, the classes that you're taking, if that's actual micro stuff that they're teaching you is what you're going to actually use, or are you just developing the capability of to learn basically and continue to learn
Mhm.
as you get older? But no, to go back to your question, was school hard? I mean, yeah, there was classes that were hard, but there's probably less than a handful of classes that I actually hated that I was up
Yeah.
there. But most classes I enjoyed. I enjoyed going to school. I enjoyed going to class. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss one class until my senior year, and
Really? Wow.
it was probably once wrestling was. I'm pretty sure it was once wrestling was over, and I was like, screw it. I got my degrees. I got everything I need. It was a class. I could miss one class or something I wanted to do that day. And that was the first time I'm pretty sure that's the first time I ever missed a class, not because of having to leave for like a wrestling tournament or something.
Yeah.
So,
That's impressive.
yeah, there's a lot of
That's
colleges that don't
impressive.
do that. So, but
Yeah. I mean, to never just wake up and roll over and be like, not today. But you instead rolled over and went, okay, I gotta go. Like that, I don't know. To me, that's impressive, especially for like a 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old kid who could make absolutely any excuse, to
yep,
not go to class. You were doing the opposite, making almost every excuse to go to class. So,
yep.
I mean, yeah.
So it goes back to that. I mean, I like going to class, kind of like back when I was a little kid. I mean, I wanted to go to sporting things because
Yeah.
there's a little social environment there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
whether they were poking on you, making fun of you, or you're part of the poking. So there's
Yeah.
a little social environment that everyone kind of enjoys. So
Yeah. And what I kind of took away from what you said earlier is like whether or not you use your degree is one thing, but you're using what you learned in college, if
yeah,
that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you learned a lot in college. You didn't just learn your degree, you learned a whole scope of things. So, um, when did I know we're talking about construction here, but when did construction like that's what you wanted to do? Because you probably
um,
could have done, I mean, people graduate with that degree and they're like, I can do whatever. Like, I have lots of options. Why was it construction for you?
well, I mean, kind of be a little black and white farming. What's
Yeah.
close thing to farming out in the real world that you can't just hop into construction. You do stuff that's related to construction on the farm every day, especially back. I mean, back in the '90s and early 2000s. I mean, a lot of farmers didn't hire people. It's like, well, I got boys. I'll just have them do it. So honestly, it was kind of just what I did growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, you learn some skills, and the old man is like, well, if you don't know it, just figure it out. And then he had plenty of opportunities to let us figure it out on the farm. Um, I mean, and then I did construction in the summers. I mean, I think yeah, I got done with high school. Let's just say my mindset kind of changed. I won my state title my senior year, and
Yeah.
my mindset kind of changed after that. And I was just like, I'm done. It's time to live the easy life. I was kind of had that mindset. Well, I'm, I mean, I think that summer I worked for a water company, and it was pretty laid back. It was pretty easy going, and honestly, I think I gained probably 15 pounds that summer. So most I've ever gained ever in a summer. And I don't know, just that it just wasn't me. I wasn't happy with it. And I think the following summer I ended up doing construction. I did construction ever since in the summers and just kind of kept on building my skill base. And, I kind of had the freedom at being a subcontractor that you can kind of do what you want. And I kind of learned that if you work hard in the parameters you have to work hard on, when you got something you need to do or want to do, you should be allowed to do it. And so, I mean, as far as like when I kind of realized I'd probably be doing construction, I mean, honestly, it probably wasn't until about 5 years ago I was like dead set, like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I worked a lot of years doing construction, kind of thinking I'll get out of it one of these years. I'll get out of it, and
Right.
finally realized, yeah, you know what? I really do enjoy this. Yeah, there's parts of it, being in the heat, being in the cold, but you know what? There's a lot of people who sit at a desk and complain about their back hurting. There's a lot of people who sit at a desk that say, "God, I wish I could be out in the weather." You know,
Right. Yeah.
I wish I can go outside on this beautiful day. So I mean, there's both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot, and it's like makes you think, really makes you appreciate what you get to do. So,
Yeah. Back to wrestling because you said that you were thinking you were done after high school. When did you start thinking about then wrestling in college?
well, senior year, I did a lot of college trips. I kind of thought I was going to. I kind of honestly, I thought the only reason why I was going to is like it's my one way to help pay for college.
Yeah.
Wrestling was, and my, this don't sound quite the greatest. I mean, I didn't have the really greatest uh, opinion about wrestling. Like I did it because I did enjoy it. I enjoy, I enjoy, the fan base, the crowd base.
Yeah.
People are coming together to watch, this team. And you're out there on the mat. I mean, you can sit there. People are coming to watch you. Trick your
Mhm.
brain or whatever you want to think. Uh Lost my train of thought there for a second. But so I was going on college visits and all that, and I was kind of dragging my feet. Like, God, I really want to wrestle this and that.
Yeah.
Don't really think I did, and I kind of told myself, you know what, go win yourself a state title, and then you don't do it. Be done. You're kind of dragging your feet. Go out on a bang. Um, but I was still kind of kicking around idea. I didn't quite, senior year, 18 years old. No, I wasn't. I wasn't even 18. I was 17 then. 17 years old. Uh, Kind of didn't know what for sure what you're going to do with your life still. And I think I won my state title and come home that weekend. We're just sitting around, sitting on the couch, and I'm pretty sure my old man now goes like, "So what now?" And he knows. See, I've been on some college visit. He doesn't know what I'm thinking. I'm just like, "I'm done." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done wrestling. Never again." Huh? That surprises me. Instantly, mindset turned around. I don't know why that little phrase that surprises me. Not nothing like to make me feel guilty. Nothing to like, well, you're letting me down. It's just that surprises me, and I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know what to say, and I just like, well, shit. Now I got to wrestle. I don't know why. I mean, and then it's funny because I hold that to heart as far as a coach, knowing
Mhm.
that a certain phrase or saying the right, collective words can affect a kid in a major way. I mean,
Mhm.
and each kid is differently. And I think about this all the time. Like, what set of words is going to get this kid to go wrestle better? What set of words is going to change this kid's aspect of wrestling or life? I mean, you can have a lot of influence on a kid. I mean, I've had coaches say things to me, and um, Coach Philly was actually one of them. He came down and recruit me at a tournament one time, and had a big match in the finals. It was number one versus number two. I think I was two. He was one. It was Stuart Holloway. Um,
Yeah.
and he comes. I was in the hallway getting prepared, and he comes walking by, and he just, if you know Coach Philly, he's got that strut.
Yeah.
He's real loud. He's waving them. He's walking with a peacock stride. I mean, he's got a little bit of a strut to him, and he goes, "Let's go flip that switch." Claps his hands. Got to flip that switch, Broghammer. Come on. And I was like, okay, I don't know who this guy is. I haven't talked to him. I haven't been on a visit in Upper Iowa yet. I don't know who this guy is. And anyway, I was like, I like that. Flip that switch. And anyway, I took that out in the match and won the match that I was on paper supposed to lose. And a very controlling. I wouldn't say dominating. It was still just a takedown match, but it was a very controlling win.
Hmm.
And little things like that, I kind of hold to heart that you gotta be careful kind of what you say with some kids because right phrase can either make or break a kid. So,
Yeah.
but no, I mean wrestling, yeah, that was kind of the big turnaround there. Just win the state title, little phrase, and it's like, nope, now I got to do it. I mean, it was just like when Coach Voss cornered me. I believe in high school. I mean, if he didn't corner me, I never would have gave it a second thought about going out. So I mean, there's two
Yeah.
big times in my life where I about walked away from wrestling. Just would have slipped through the fingers. So, but now here I
Yeah.
am, 12 years out of college, and I'm still coaching college
Yeah.
wrestling. So,
Yeah. And I mean, the leaps and bound or the gains you must have made from your freshman year to your junior year to play seventh. I mean, did you start to gain confidence? Like what sort of happened there that all of a sudden you're like kind of the practice room dummy and now you're, state place winner, you know?
well, I'm gonna say the big thing was I'm actually gonna back up a year. So freshman year, I mentioned I got my ass kicked by Dustin Yeager every year. Well, that matured me. Um, Now, come back to the following year, spring or fall football as a sophomore.
Mhm.
Everyone was like, "Holy shit, where did Carl come from?" I mean, it just getting my shit kicked in, going to wrestling practice every day. The West Delaware mindset where you push and push and push. I mean, I matured a lot as a you know, God, how old would it be then? 14-year old, 14, 15-year old kid. I matured a lot physically,
Mhm.
mentally, learned how to push myself. Like you said, come back sophomore year of football is like, holy shit, Carl's, he's gonna be the obvious guy here. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's kicking ass here or there, and um, now that freshman, I'm gonna say that was the biggest thing, my biggest jump, going from freshman year all through that season, just getting my butt kicked, working, learn how to push yourself. Now sophomore year on paper, yeah, it doesn't look great, but I was a call away from placing. I qualified for state as a sophomore.
Mhm.
Um, I believe, yeah, I beat a couple place winners that year, that place that
Wow.
year. I did mature a lot that year as well. I remember that the Hawk tournament, there was a Washington guy. I do not remember his name, but he majored me, close to tech me at the Hawk tournament early in the year, and then he was the guy who I was in on a shot, low single, and the right ref may have called a quick two. I mean, probably not in high school, but definitely in college, the right ref would definitely have called two. Back then, it was two.
Yeah,
It's
right.
still getting weird, getting loose to that three.
Yeah.
Would have called the take. I mean, like you said, I was in on a shot to place. So and so yeah, no, that was my biggest jump, I say, from freshman to sophomore year because I was, contending to be a place winner. And then from sophomore year to junior year, um, I matured again. Then I actually started looking the part as a wrestler, physically,
Yeah.
physique wise, and great training partners there. I mean, Tyler Mon, I remember me and him had insane goes all the time, just flurry. I mean, scrambles, and it definitely made us better. So. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I would definitely say that freshman year, just being around the West Delaware room, the mindset of pushing yourself harder, and then of course, you know what? I mean, I don't know what it is like up there nowadays, but I mean, even high school in general, I mean, letting the kid get his just shit rocked every day by a guy. I mean, it might get frowned upon nowadays, but you know what? It made me tough. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a fragile state when you're a kid who's 14 who doesn't know if he's really wanting to go out. Like when you're in college and you're letting like college is a different story. Like you came here to wrestle, you're gonna get you're gonna get your ass handed to you in practice. But when you're in high school and you have a kid like yourself who's like consistently getting his butt kicked by Dustin Yeager, like that could have easily gone bad for you and you could have been like, screw this, I'm done. So it's kind of it's cool that you took it the opposite way and was like, I'm not gonna let that happen, you know?
hmm
and then you matured, and lo and behold, you win a state title. But um, yeah, the gains you made throughout high school is cool, impressive, all the things. So
Yeah, thank you. So no, that was definitely yeah. And I think the biggest thing was I didn't really see or reap the benefits until that sophomore year of football. And I had a bunch of friends ask like, "What'd you do? How did you get so?" I'm like, "I went out for wrestling." It was literally what I said. I went out for wrestling. That's how I got better at being an athlete. So
yeah. What was it like that senior year then? Because I want to talk a little bit about that match with Lyra, but before we get there, you had Holloway in the way, and I felt like he was kind of um the guy. I don't know. It just seemed like Stuart Holloway. I don't know if it was because of his brother or what, but like
well,
Stuart Holloway. Like,
he had the shape. I mean, you looked at the
yeah,
kid. He was like he was jacked.
yeah,
So yeah, everyone
yeah,
thought it was yeah. No, that's exactly the mindset they had. Like, no, this guy's number one. This is the guy. I mean, he had the physique, he had the body, he had the length. I mean, he had everything. He could move. Um,
yeah.
but no, I mean, you were gonna say something about.
You
Uh,
stuck him. You stuck him in the semis. I mean, how
uh,
sweet is that?
it was definitely bittersweet. I mean, I felt confident going in that match there because I wrestled him earlier in the year.
Yeah,
And that match early in the year is I mean, he didn't have a gas tank.
yeah.
He was strong. I mean, yeah, in high school, one of the strongest kids I wrestled. But I mean, West Delaware. I mean, it don't matter if you're good, bad, average. If you're in our room, you're going to be in shape. That
Yeah.
was. I mean, if you're going to lose, yeah, you're not going to lose by conditioning because oh, that's we got horseshoes. I mean, you got splits. You got that. I mean, that was the mindset. I mean, if you're going to beat somebody who you shouldn't beat on paper, it's because you're going to out condition them. That was kind of our mindset. You find a way, and then I mean, I kind of took that to heart pretty well. You figure it out, and you find a way to win. Whether it's for over conditioning, whether you're stronger, whether you're faster, or you're craftier, you got to find a way to win. So I mean, going into that semifinals match against Holloway, I'm just like, just we're gonna brawl. We're gonna go out
Yeah.
there. I'm going to take it to the third, and then we're there. I'm going to find a window because I mean I know he's going to get tired. And
Mhm.
hate to say he didn't. He must
Yeah.
something changed from that. I think I don't remember what tournament it was, but something changed from that tournament to there, and he was in shape and he was still doing well. And it was like third period came around and I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna find a window by now, and I was like, oh boy. And then we go to overtime, and I remember I shot I think we're about I don't know 20 30 seconds of overtime. I shot a nice blast double with hands low around the ankles. He went straight to his butt flat. I pounced. I mean, that was another thing Coach Voss taught us. You be a shark. You smell that blood and you pounce. And he went right to his butt and I pounced forward and put him right to his back. And I think he had a little bit of a shock, disbelief, but
Yeah.
never quit until the whistle blows. Never not be hungry for more. So,
Yeah, and you took that into your finals match. I watched that because you can watch them on like IHSSN or whatever. Um, some might say you were pinned in your finals match.
oh yeah.
Do you
But
remember that?
someone else to say he was pinned.
I know I was thinking the same thing. You barred him up, and that was tight, and I thought he was pinned. But I mean, when you got put on your back, what were you thinking at that moment? Were you like, if you can remember, I know this was like 15 years ago, but like, I
Well,
mean, holy cow.
well, I remember I wrestled him in the semis, I believe, the year before.
Mhm.
Um, and I believe he took me down like three, four times with the same move. I call it the Kelly, where hand outside with trapping that tricep down, sucking it in, and I think he took me
Right.
down two, three times right off the bat, and I'm down. I look at the score like 9, 10, 2. I'm like, what? Oh, I end up coming back. I think 9-11. Still lost the
Oh,
match, and it was like, dang it, so close, And I just that match, I knew he had that, and Voss is like, just keep your hands moving. Don't let him grab you. Don't let him grab your. Don't put him that. Don't let that Kelly happen. And well, he got it one time, which I believe was his only points of the match. But it was just. I mean, it was just no. I'm not letting it happen. Kind of one of those things, Voss. You find a way to make it happen. So
right.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't remember what happened first. I believe I took him down first, and I had him barred up, and I thought I had on his back there. I think I think the end of the period happened or something like that. But and then yeah, then I did get Kelly and put to my back, and I believe it was 5-5 there for a little bit during that match, and I think third period I got away, which made it 6-5, and I got like a last 20-second takedown
Mhm.
to end the match. 8-5. If I remember right, the score was, which
Yeah, yeah.
that's
He
pretty good. I
put you
usually
on.
don't
Yeah, he
usually don't
put you
remember
on your
that stuff.
back, but then you flipped him over, like you reversed him.
Yeah, it's find a will, find a will, just
It
make
was
it
just a
happen.
crazy sequence. It was a cool match. It was a crazy sequence. Um, but gosh, yeah, I mean, both of you were like this close, to being pinned, and it was like, ooh. But man, what was that like? Come out on top, beating Hollow and Lyra, who were, um, I guess to some like kind of more known names. Like we
Yeah,
people, I think fans knew who those two were, and here's Carl Broghammer from West Delaware crashing the party.
yeah. And honestly, I didn't. Um, I actually I was pretty narrow-minded when it came to
Yeah,
that stuff. I
yeah.
kind of just focused one match at a time. I honestly, my whole career, even college, even as a coach now, like I really don't care about so and so is this and this and so and so. It's like the more you think about that, the more you're not thinking about wrestling. Was always my mentality. It was almost like what color singlet is the guy I'm wrestling next? That's all I care about.
Mhm.
What color is this singlet? So I can start visualizing my opponent. That was my main thing. I mean, yeah, no, it felt good to sit there when you get done with your title and like, oh hey, I beat two and I beat three.
Mhm.
So it's like you definitely feel like you deserve it. If anyone wants to sit there like, well, you had a easy row, like, well, at least I took all that off the equation. I feel like, I mean, that makes a guy feel good. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Did you
but
say it looked like you said something to the ref after the match?
oh, that's I was just kind of a still in awe. I kind of just said, hey, I gotta go sign my name on a paper over there. I think because you have to sign your brackets and turn them up. I was just still like, it hasn't hit me yet.
Yeah.
It's like match is over. It was just kind of like, this is what you do. You wrestle, you get done, you go sign your paper. I try to not, make it into a bigger progression of what it needed to be. I mean, that was my way of tricking my mind that it's just another match. Don't sit there and be like, oh, it's a state titles match, it's a state finals match, and it was just another match, just another match. And I was still in that zone where you got done winning. And it's like, oh, hey, I gotta sign that paper, right? And oh shit, I fucking. Oh, by the way, that was my 100th career win in high school too. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow. What a way to go out.
yeah, which is
Um,
crazy to think because so many kids have 100 by their junior year
I know,
nowadays.
right? Yeah.
But
But, but it also shows that like, I mean, but you kind of got those 100 wins in 3 years. I
yeah,
mean, I don't know how many wins you got as a freshman, but so
yeah. Well,
impressive.
I was on JV.
Yeah.
I didn't get any wins. So
So there you go.
yeah, so but yeah, no, that's basically what I just said there. It was just kind of me still being in the wrestling mindset. Try to block everything out, that to not make it a big deal, to not to out psych myself out. So
Yeah. But it was a big deal.
yeah, don't want to tell yourself that because you don't want to get worked up. It's just how you did it. It was a big deal, but all right, it's not a big deal. You gotta
Yeah.
tell yourself 100 times to trick your brain to, to do what you want it to do. So,
Yeah. When did you like start thinking Upper Iowa then? Because it sounds like you weren't quite thinking about wrestling. Then your dad said, that surprises me. And then you're like, okay, I guess I got to wrestle in college. So like, when did you decide on Upper Iowa?
I believe I went on a visit up there before school was out. I don't actually quite remember exactly when. I do remember the Philly down in that tournament before Christmas, and that kind of caught my attention.
Mhm.
Um, Honestly, it was probably afterwards. It was definitely afterwards before I said I was going. After my state title, and it probably was a good month afterwards. But I honestly, I just, it honestly might have been when I kind of realized I wasn't going to be going to UNI. I kind of wanted to be done, go to UNI, hang out with my friends, live just the college life, enjoy
Yeah.
life, and kind of. once I decided that I probably won't make it in you and I's room. I was always hard on myself, whether I could or couldn't. Well, we'll never know. But and I was like, well, here up they're offering me, they're offering me some stuff. I can go to school, for a reasonable price, and like, okay, that's kind of, I hate to say it, but that's kind of my final decision because like I said, 17-year-old, I really didn't know what I want to do, and
Right.
oh, I guess it was the number game, and I didn't know what to do, and that's where it came to, and that's where, I hate to say it, that's when I became actually in love with wrestling. So,
Really?
at the Upper Iowa ring. I mean, it started at West Delaware, but the actual enjoyment and love and the addiction to wrestle, probably came back at the Upper Iowa room. So,
And it was an easy room to fall in love with. I mean, the cool thing when I was, just briefly when I was there, but everyone was kind of from local, they were kind of around. Like you kind of knew who everyone was before you got there.
yep.
And they were all such good guys too. So it was just kind of an easy room to fall in love with. Like we listed a bunch of people. The only one was Wade, who was from Cannon Falls, but he fit right in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wade was good. Yeah, he's one of my good friends. I still talk to. I might give him a phone call once a month here and there. Just
Really?
how's it going? What's going on? And hey, we gotta get together. It's a lot. We gotta get together. Should do
Yeah.
this. Should do that. But it's tough, especially when we got kids and family. And
Yeah.
but no,
Is he
yeah,
still in Cannon Falls?
definitely gotta love the atmosphere there in Upper Iowa.
Yeah. Is he still in Cannon Falls?
Um, yes, I believe so. Yeah, because he moved. He got done with college. I think he was in Zabrota for a while, and I think he just moved back to Cannon Falls last about 2 years ago or so, maybe a little bit more. But
Gotcha. Near Apple River or what?
yeah, I'm sure if it was his choice, he probably would be.
Um, but yeah, so you go to Upper Iowa. I mean, how did you produce right away? Like, how were you ready to impact the lineup right away? Was
I
that
wasn't.
what I was?
I wasn't. I redshirted my first year. I wanted to, but we had to transfer in at 97. They actually had me cut down to 84, which Mitchell Schultz was starting over me, and I think he went 2 losses until regionals that year. So I mean, he had a great record. I mean,
Yeah,
who I don't know if remember his record, but he had been 28-2 going to regionals. So it's like, well, ain't going to start over him.
yeah.
And I believe my redshirt year, I think I only had like a 12-9 record. I was I wasn't that great, I guess, but I was cutting down 84, and
Yeah.
we did a tournament after Christmas. They had me go 97, and I performed a lot better. Coaches kind of definitely caught the coaches' eyes, and they're like, "Hey, you look. I think we like you better at 97."
Mhm.
So, um, but it was back to the same thing at high school. It was almost, hate to say it, it's almost like repeat. Go in there and you just get your butt kicked. I mean, and then you got two ways to do it. I mean, you can either just let your ass get kicked day in day out, or get tough and hopefully someday you do the ass kicking. And I, like I said, I don't like to lose. So whether it's in the room, whether it's just little competition here in the yard or something like that, I'm competitive. So
Even with your kids now, do you let them win?
not very often. Not very often.
Yeah, that sounds about
I,
right. Yeah.
I'm still pretty competitive even with them. But let's just say the wife definitely says, "Hey, come on now." I'm like, "What?" But there's gonna be a day when I can't beat them. I'm gonna enjoy it now.
Oh, that's funny. Um, Not anytime soon though. That day's not coming soon.
No, no, they got a while. Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
while. And
But yeah,
I'm definitely gonna tear an ACL trying to win my last one still. So that day's coming.
yeah. But like your freshman year, I guess your redshirt freshman year, I should say, was when like you impacted right away. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, how were you prepared then to impact the lineup right away? At a
Um.
heavier weight at 197, you know, I mean, you just came out guns blazing, essentially.
Well, and then it's funny you say that because I thought I was honestly lucky most of the year. And I say
Really?
that I thought I was given some breaks here and there, which is me being me. But if you go to the national tournament, I actually had the worst record there of qualifiers. I mean, I don't remember what it was, 23-13, something like that. Worst record at the qualifying tournament. and somehow I pulled off third. But that was I'm gonna say that's a lot kind of where the mindset started of West Delaware room, where you got to figure out a way. And heck, we had great training partners. I mean, you had Coach Philly, you had I mean Mitchell Schultz. Those I was going with those guys back to back, day in, day out, day in. It's like, oh my! I mean, there's no break,
Yeah.
no break, and I definitely say there's definitely no one who's going to out condition me. So it was
Hmm.
definitely my mindset. I wouldn't let anyone out condition me. Um, I felt like everyone was stronger than me, so
Really?
I got to get crafty. I mean, I would watch other wrestlers and how would they do things. I like Mitchell Schultz. He was great at faking, and I would
Hmm.
watch him. How does he do this fake? What sells? What makes him such a great fake artist? And I would just kind of like imitate it a little bit. There's a guy, Brett Metcalf, a big wrestler in Iowa back then. That guy could snap people through the mat. I mean, you talk about, I bet he could crack concrete at some people's skulls the way he snapped through the mat. It was like, I would just watch and like, how does he do this? And then I would like, okay, and try to imitate it. Um, I mean, I grew a lot that year. That would probably be my biggest growing point by far. Throughout the year was my redshirt freshman year, but
Hmm.
um, making the impact. I mean, Coach Philly was going to definitely. I mean, he was a national champ at 97, so I mean, he definitely had took a little pride at the 197-pound weight, which was my weight. So he definitely was going to make sure I was going to be in shape. I mean, he probably couldn't make me strong as he wanted me to that instantly that year. I mean, body's got to mature, take time. You don't just get strong in a day. But and a lot of guys I wrestled, I would get in on a leg and I was like, there's no way I can finish this because
Hmm.
they're so strong. And being a redshirt freshman, it was like, oh, so I mean, you learn all the way. I mean, low singles. You don't have to be as strong to shoot low singles. I mean, snap downs, front heads. You bounce a guy 100 times, he's gonna get dizzy enough where he's gonna give up unless you get a takedown. And then it was just holding your base, holding good, solid position, not letting people score on you, being stingy with points. I mean, you hear coaches say that all the time, but I don't think a whole lot of wrestlers take it to heart. Like, you got to be stingy with points. You got to be stingy getting points. I mean, mat awareness, just being, getting that point on the edge of the mat, try and get that extra stall call. Um, I mean, 1 point is all it takes to win.
Yeah.
1 point. I mean, if you can go a whole match without getting taken down, and if you can try to get one stall call, or if you can get one takedown, can win a lot of matches. So, and then if you got a
Yeah.
guy like Ryan Phillips and Mitchell Schultz shooting in on you every day in the room, and you got to try to stop them from scoring on you, if you can do that, you should be pretty good at doing it against anybody else in the nation.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that would definitely be why my biggest leap and why I was able to, contribute to the team. Just the mindset of trying to figure out a way to get it done, being in better shape than anybody else I'm gonna put my hands on. You don't have to be the strongest. But if you're in shape, if you're in better shape in the third period than the guy across from you, and you were able to hold off the takedowns the whole way across, a lot of guys are willing to tell themselves it's harder than I want it to be.
Hmm.
Seniors, junior, anybody, especially when they get tired, it's really easy for the brain to say like, if just to give this up or just not to keep pushing. So I did a lot of winning in the third period freshman year, a lot of winning in the third period. So
Which is actually impressive because normally, it might be the opposite because it's 3-2-2 now. You're still a freshman, you're still learning and growing and all this stuff, and you have a seasoned veteran, senior. Um, he should be the one that's shark in the water in the third period. And so it's impressive that you were already matured that way mentally to still keep attacking and finishing strong in the third period.
yeah. Well, it's a lot of things to practice partners. We had,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've preached that enough, and we had plenty of good practice partners in the room. So,
Did you surprise yourself by getting third that year?
oh yeah, definitly.
Really?
Uh,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I won every match by a point or two or a takedown.
What did you say though? You just got to win by one.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost first round to a guy I lost early in the year that at nationals my freshman year, and I'm pretty sure I think the next match was a pretty controlling win, but from there on out it was just hope and pray. Just keep scratching and clawing. keep sprawling, keep throwing the fakes in. It was just everything you had. And I'll definitely say my body hurt. That's probably the most one of my body's ever hurt after a tournament. That I'm pretty sure both my shoulders ached so bad, both my hips were aching so bad, both my knees. It was just like everything hurt so bad. I didn't even realize I had a torn labrum and rotator cuff and a bicep long tendon in my
Oh
shoulder.
my gosh, really?
I wrestled nationals. Yeah, I wrestled nationals my senior year with a rotator cuff, labrum, and a bicep long tendon all torn. Didn't even know it because I was in so much pain. But
Jeez.
everything hurt so bad, and I believe about a week later, we finally came back to the weight room, and I was like, "Ooh, that don't feel right."
Yeah.
So then finally had to get that looked at. But
Wow. Yeah, that happened twice where you lost first round and battled all the way back to get third. I mean,
yeah,
it's impressive to do that once. You did it twice.
yeah, yeah, that
I mean,
wasn't.
not the way you want to go, but
No, it's
still.
not. It's not. Definitely my junior year. I was a madman on a mission that year. I mean,
Yeah.
sophomore year, I got caught at regionals. I lost a close match to a good guy on the front side. So you go to the back side and it's like, oh, blood round. I mean, if you make it, you punch your ticket. If you don't, well, then you're crossing your fingers for a rustle back.
Right.
Lost to, lost to a kid I should never lose to, and it's the only time I ever got pinned in my college career. The guy gator rolled me, and
Wow.
it was kind of an odd thing because I was working the kid. I think it was 6-0, which with the old point system that was a pretty controlling win after a first period, or not win, but pretty controlling match. And
Sure.
second period, just like usual, it was like autopilot. I'm going down. I'm gonna get my quick escape and go
Yep.
down. The kid goes off to start, puts his hands on my back pretty aggressively hard. I kind of squint, look up the ref, like, you're going to let that and he blows a whistle. Oh, and then next, he's up front. I get gator rolled. And I was like, kind of in a daze. What just happened? And I was pinned. I was like, didn't
Wow.
even realize what happened yet. So, but no, then
Wow.
junior year, I was kind of a madman on the mission. Like, that ain't ever happened to me again. And then this came up. You said something about losing first round. That was pretty heartbreaking for me, my junior year.
Yeah.
Come back there, lose that first round again. It's like I, uh, that was hard because I was a man on a mission and I thought I had all the pieces and um I would definitely say I was probably a little bit on autopilot that first round.
Yeah.
Just kind of, oh, here we go. I got got a point lead, third period, minute left. All right, just got to hold the lead and he got in on a leg. I'm like, oh, time's out. I usually had pretty good clock awareness. Time was out, I thought, and next thing I looked over, like 3 seconds left. I'm like, uh-oh. And then he had where I think he was in on a single and reached across, had the other leg. I was like, oh no, what did I do? Oh no, it was like, oh my god, I just lost. It was just kind of poor time awareness.
Yeah.
Shouldn't even be doing that. You should not be. You should just keep wrestling. And I kind of shut down there for a second, and well, it cost me a match. So
Jeez. Um, did you ever have like especially after that sophomore year where you didn't qualify, like doubt start creeping in where maybe that first year was a fluke, that freshman year, like, I go from getting third and now I'm not even going to nationals. Like, am I even that good?
oh
Like,
yeah, that I can't even tell you the amount of times I thought that, but I use that as fuel all through the summer that year. I made the comment to my mom. I think after that, like, hey, you get a picture of me at fifth place at that podium at regionals. So I'm gonna hang that up and I'm gonna look at that all year long, all summer long. And I never did get a picture. I had a mental picture and I was just like, that was fuel all summer long, all that season. Like, no one's in my way. I am going to be unstoppable because I'm not letting a fluke. I mean, I'm not going to be that guy where I do it one year and never again.
mhm,
So, I mean, yeah, there was definitely a lot of thought. I mean, it didn't matter how many, what all American. I mean, I pinned probably a couple All Americans that year throughout the season. That didn't matter to me. It was just like, I'm not letting this happen again. So yeah, definitely you hit a nail on the head there. There was a lot of that thought of God, maybe I'm just a fluke. Maybe I was just lucky. So,
mhm.
but
You know, But then when you say that, like, I was a man on a mission, not letting that happen again, it happened right away at the national tournament.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
away. So how did you bounce back from that, thinking like you were unstoppable, and now all of a sudden you're mortal, essentially. You got
Yep.
beat. You're like, oh my God.
Uh, it was just reset. You gotta get a mental reset. I mean, you just
How
gotta. I
did you
mean,
mentally reset?
you just kind of step away. You just realize like, hey, I've been training all year. I mean, there's no magic word. There's no magic way. There's no magic set of words. I wish there
Mhm.
was. I mean, I wish there
Right?
was a magic set of words where I can tell every kid. And just like that, just like that, you can reset them mentally. No, you just gotta. I hate to say it, you gotta kind of just talk yourself through it in a positive mindset. You can't being negative Nancy is not gonna be healthy.
Hmm.
Um, hang on, I gotta make sure my phone's plugging in. Um, I had, I mean, yeah, the coaches they talk to you a little bit and they help you get you on the right path. I mean, but I mean, the coach can only do so much. You gotta want to do it. And well, I was, like I said, man on a mission. Heartbreak first round junior year there, and it's like, well, I'm gonna prove them all wrong. I'm gonna do it on the backside, and I'm pretty sure I pinned two All Americans on the backside, and then my third place match, I majored the guy. So there was one match, I believe, where it was only a 1 point match or a close match, and he was it was a pretty little kid. I don't quite remember. Maybe it was close to a major, but I did some wrecking on the backside. It was just kind of a little pissed off, fury kind of
Hmm.
deal. Like, and that's one thing with my wrestling style. I was really good at using anger in a positive way to be aggressive and go get what you want. I mean, there's guys go out there and get angry in a match, and it's negative, like they're throwing fists and doing that. But I mean, I use it as fuel to drive the fire, within the scopes of the rules. I mean, let's be honest, a guy clubbed me really hard with a left hand. It's like, oh, you're gonna get clubbed back, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the mental reset thing. It's no magic set of words. You just gotta kind of tell yourself like, hey, you know what? I knew what happened. This is what happened. I shut down. I'm not gonna do that again. You got to kind of step back, realize what happened. What did you do? I mean, I mentally shut off. I mentally shut off for a couple seconds in a match, and it cost me a match. I was like, I will not do it again the rest of the tournament. And I then that from that point on, I shrank the throttle up and started wrestling more to my potential. So, find it. I mean, you'll hear guys say, find another gear. Find another level. I mean, it was just like one of those. I found another gear and went back to it and got business done. So,
Yeah. When did you start looking at I mean, I should ask, did you ever look at your college career as sort of I don't want to say a failure, but I mean, in your mind, was it?
oh yeah, they're definitely first. Oh God, first couple of years coaching, I was hot and heavy, and
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure Coach Grimm would say he probably didn't really care for me as an part-time assistant coach because I would definitely was just working kids. Like these are athletes, Carl. They got to go compete still. You can't fucking hurt them. It's like, yeah, well, I'm still kind of pissed off. I'm not getting
Yeah.
what I wanted. No, I mean that definitely took a couple years to get over it. But I mean, I'm 12 years out now. Probably about year five, being away from it, I was like, I did a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
right away, you're like, I did a lot. I did pretty good. I did I mean, could I have done better? Could I have done? Yeah, there's always that. I could have tweaked this. I could have tweaked that. But at some point in your life, you got to just, realize like, hey, I did a pretty decent job. I mean, yeah, you always are going to find ways you could have done better, and if not, you're not critiquing yourself enough. But eventually, you got to find a way to live with what you did and realize, you know what, I did pretty good from where I came from. So,
Yeah. Do you see it as a success? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, yeah, I didn't get everything I wanted, but I mean, I definitely see a success. I mean, especially just the relay. I mean, it's not even just the competition size. I mean, the relationships that you created, the friendships, the bonds with people. I mean, still as a coach, I mean, I got guys. Heck, One guy that works with me, he subcontracted with me. He was a wrestler last year at Upper Iowa,
Nice.
and now he coaches with us, and we work together doing construction. So, um, yeah, I mean, success, absolutely. I mean, and it depends on your definition of success. I mean, was I national champ? No, but you know what? I learned and grew, and I became a better human being from what I did, from the habits I created, the lifestyle changes I made, going to college and stuff I did, being a college athlete, wrestler. Um, I definitely matured and grew up a lot as a human being. And let's be honest, that's at the end of the day, unless you're going to be wrestling the Olympics. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of wrestling to mature men to be better human beings. So
Yeah. I think you checked all those boxes too myself.
yeah, yeah.
But I
So
mean, yeah, you left a legacy on Upper Iowa wrestling that is, that'll be forever, you know? Um you're yeah, three-time All-American, third three times, all-time wins leader. That, I mean, just and you came from kind of humble beginnings. You worked for everything you got. I mean, basically, if they want to if Grimm wants to put up a poster child of Upper Iowa wrestling, you're one of the top on the list of people that, he should bring to the forefront and be like, this is the guy that you want to emulate if you want to wear our singlet. Just my thoughts.
yeah. Well, like you said, it's a group effort. I mean, the guy doesn't get better on his own. Great training partners, great atmosphere. I mean, there's a collective of people involved with the program success, my success. I mean, like I said, I give a lot of kudos to the coaches there, the trading partners I had, the friends I had up there. So, like, you surround yourself with people you want to who better you. So, and it's just that's the lifestyle I was trying to live by, and that's the lifestyle I think I was given there in Upper Iowa. So,
Before we let you go, I want to ask you a couple questions real quick. The first question I have for you is, what was it like wrestling? West Delaware, one of their biggest rivals is Independence. And so, what is it like wrestling in that duel specifically?
oh, the Independence West Delaware duel,
Yeah,
that's insane. It's awesome. I'm gonna it's very easy to get caught up in the atmosphere.
for
Uh,
sure.
I remember the first one I went to. I was on JV, and you put your headgear on. It was in the Independence gym. You can't hear anything but ringing. You can't hear everyone's screaming so loud, and that's all you hear is just ringing in your headgear from the vibrations. Everyone's screaming. I mean, that's insane. I mean, like I said, it's really easy to get caught up in the moment, but and this is just good coaching. I mean, you got to sit back, reflect on where we're at, what are you doing, and not get caught up in the moment. Put the blind. I mean, there's a big terminology for me. Put the blinders on. Focus
Mhm.
on you. Don't focus on this. Don't focus on what's going on. Don't even focus on the duel. What do you need to do to get the job done? That was a big thing throughout my career. I used put the blinders on. What's good for you is good for the team.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a big thing I told myself day in, day out. I mean, I don't ever remember watching any matches that were two matches before me. Which sucks that those are two of my good friends.
No, I
And
was
it's
thinking
like
the same
I
thing.
never
I
got
was
to
like,
watch them wrestle because I was always had the blinders on. Like I can't. I got to focus on me. I got to get ready for me. And what's good for me is good for the team, and this and that. You made me think. You said that Independence West Delaware rival. You made me have a quick flashback. And I got to say this because this is probably one of my greatest memories of wrestling. Um,
nice.
it would
Yeah,
have
let's
been
hear
a
it.
what?
Let's hear it.
Um, it would have been the St. Cloud duel, Upper Iowa versus St. Cloud, my junior year. Um, we just got done, I think, wrestling Augustana the night before, 2 days before, and this is like the first time my neck ever went out on me, and earlier that week. And they didn't wrestle me against Augustana. We didn't need me to wrestle duel. They wanted to save me, and so we go against St. Cloud the next day, I think, at home. And we have it kind of penciled out. Hey, it's gonna be a close duel. This is for the conference championship, and you know this and that. And so we had some games playing. We're going through our lineup kind of as usual. And 84. We're gonna bump our 84 pounder up to 97, Mitchell Schultz, and we're gonna put Brock Gobin in because at 84. St. Cloud's got the, he's probably gonna be a national champ. And well, guess what? Brock Gobin, he's a tool in our toolbox where nobody can score on him. He may
Yeah.
not win, but no one's gonna score on him. So we throw Brock out there and he held the match to a decision. It's like, holy crap. It's like, okay, well, we just need, I think it was 7 more points then to win the duel. Or no, I think it was 8. Well, Mitchell Schultz go out there against at 97 and he majors his kid. And it's like, oh shit, we just need 4 more points now to win the duel. And well, they bumped me up to heavyweight. And
Oh, no kidding.
it was number 197 versus number one heavyweight.
Was
St.
that like
Cloud.
was that like Cronky or something?
Yeah, yeah. Conky.
Conky.
Conky. I mean, he was a buff, 250
Oh,
pounds ripped, not an ounce of
yeah.
fat on him. I mean, like I said, it was number one heavyweight versus number 197. And they had no clue that we were bumped. They just thought, oh, Carl ain't wrestling. He's hurt.
Right.
Well, surprise. Here comes Carl out of the tunnel. And that would be my greatest moment. And this is one of the things that always motivate me, the crowd, the fans. Not that place was packed and not a seat was taken because everyone was on their feet just cheering and screaming. And the fan base was just hovering over top of you. You felt like they were just almost falling out of the bleachers, just excited. It was a close duel. And I mean, I ended up losing that match in overtime, but it was still just a fun atmosphere. I mean, it reminded me of that West Delaware Independence atmosphere where that crowd is just on top of you, screaming, hollering. You're just loving it. So I
Mhm.
mean that was a big drive for me in wrestling. The fan base, the crowd, people cheering you on. That gets you gets your emotions and your adrenaline running, and that's part of the love for the sport right there.
Yeah, and West Delaware has a very passionate, proud, loud fan base.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
And they broadcast that Independence West Delaware duel like on TV. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it is a huge deal,
Oh yeah.
you
Well,
know.
they got a trophy now. They got a trophy. I don't remember that trophy even there back in the day, but they got a trophy now. It goes back and forth. Whoever gets it, whoever wins it, they get to hold it for the year, and
Gee,
they etch it and put it on one of the little plates on the
nice.
thing. And so,
Yeah.
and then the crowd. I definitely love the crowd getting back into it, chippering at each other a little bit. That's
Mhm.
always fun. Getting some
Yeah.
people a little chipper and probably saying a few things they shouldn't say to each other, but
Merry
that's always
Christmas, right? Isn't that what they say? Merry
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. Yeah, that's always fun to see and hear. I mean, that gets
Yeah.
people fired up. So
Yeah. And you know, you've wrestled a lot of places and done a lot of wrestling in your life. I just want to know where, is there a spot or two that stick out in your mind of like every year you circled this date and was like, this is going to be an awesome trip. Like I love going and wrestling here, whether it's at St. Cloud State, in an awesome environment, or I think you guys went down to like Miami a couple
yeah.
times. I mean, did you have a spot like that?
Um, but we did go to Florida. That was always just a fun trip. That was a fun
Yeah.
tournament. I'm gonna say the favorite one was always just Midwest.
Yeah.
I
Midwest
mean,
Classic.
it was brutal. I mean, and I was a grinding type of wrestler where the longer the days, the harder, the longer the match, the better I wrestled. And, you feel your body just feels horrible at the end of the day, but, it was very gratifying.
Hmm.
Midwest was always, I liked the tournament. They always put on a good tournament. They got a good mat set up. It's a good setup tournament as far as the 2 day thing. And then you get a lot of good competition. A lot of good competition. I mean, everyone calls it nationals in December.
Yeah.
So, and it's true. There's more than likely if you place there, you'll be placed at nationals.